Hello and welcome to the introduction to Next right now. This tool is about making it easy to get started with Next.js application that is production grade and production ready really fast, like within 30 minutes or so. Have something like just works with CI/CD deployment, testing, analytics, internationalization, and of course TypeScript, and lots of other things. When you get started with any project nowadays, but it's especially true in the JavaScript world. Well, it's like you have to find all the tools you want to use and put them together. And for instance, well, you want analytics, you want CSS in JS, you want some icons, you want some monitoring that works both in the browser and in the server. You want stuff like animation, you want GraphQL, you want lots of things. And it takes time, really, it takes time to put all those things together. It's not that easy, and it's a waste of time if you can avoid it, basically put. So you end up with a list of stuff like that is so long, and all those things are needed to make the whole thing work. So this kind of project is in particular will be in particular useful to developers who are familiar with the JavaScript ecosystem. Beginners may understand how it works, but honestly it takes quite a lot of time, and there are quite a lot of different third-party tools that all need to be understood, so it's not recommended for beginners. Okay, let's go to demo. So we use Zate to deploy the application for several reasons, because they are really strong, and they're using AWS and Google Cloud behind the wheel. So with Zate, you have, here we are on our Next right now Customer 1 project, and we have a production deployment and multiple preview deployments. The production deployment is running using AppStage production, and the preview deployment are running using AppStage staging. Those are different things. When you are working on a branch and you push your commit, it goes there. And when you merge on master, it gets deployed on production automatically. You can also manually deploy on staging or production as you want from your local computer. So let's see what it does. So here we have different domains. This is a deployment domain. So it is the domain that is attached to the deployment and cannot be removed. And those are custom domains. Those are aliases, and they are additional and optional. Automatically, when you push something in a branch, the latest deployment on this branch gets aliased to the URL that match the branch. So here it's v1. v1 is my branch here. Here we are on v1, so every time I push here, I create a new deployment, and I get the new deployment aliased to the branch name. This way you have one URL that is dedicated to one deployment and one URL that is dedicated to one feature or stuff, basically branch. So it depends how you deal with it internally. Okay, So we have a demo and it's fairly simple. We fetch some product from GraphQL API hosted by GraphCMS, and we use this product and basically displays them, nothing fancy here. We have some internationalization, and we have the ability to change what is displayed here. So this on the right is localized in Context Editor, and it's what handles the static internationalized content of the application. While this is dynamic and is managed by GraphCMS, GraphCMS has its own internationalization, module, and if we click here, this is going to change. Yes, when you have the editor open, you need to disable it to follow links, otherwise it just captures everything in order to find words. Okay, so this has changed as expected, right? And this hasn't. That's because we are running on a free GraphCMS plan for this demo right now. We're going to change that in the next future, but right now it's not internationalized, so this doesn't change with the language. But it is working behind the wheel. Another thing that is quite interesting here are analytics. So this is a plugin that is provided by Amplitude, and you can get information about those are your event properties, and this is the event that is being sent to the analytic. What is interesting is that you can add properties to your event and reuse those properties in the app. So you could track product by product and track action by product and have a group of inherited properties for all different events. Amplitude is really great, but you need to look into it to understand how it works a bit more deeply. So let's say I click here on the CGU. Yes, I need to disable this first. I clicked and this changed and I got /terms. I changed the URL and a new event was sent. This is another event, simple one, about how to display a full page. This is basically a full page stored on GraphCMS, and we could store anything we want here. So this is our GraphCMS, and we have customers, we have products, and we have a theme. And about the content, we have customer 1 and customer 2. We have different products between those and different themes as well. So what I wanted to show you was customer 1 has rich text field named terms, and I can write anything here and just save it. And when I update this, it's updated. And this is powerful because you can build whole web pages with titles and searching links and videos and videos, iframe even, lots of stuff. I haven't used it quite a lot, but it's quite powerful to build a blog post or something. Okay, so this is customer 1. We have server-side rendering here. So when we refresh this, it's server-side rendering first, then client-side rendering that activates and refresh the view. And when we navigate, this is client-side rendering that happens here. This is provided by Next.js. So we have customer 2, which is really similar. Doesn't matter. It's fairly similar, right? What changes here? Well, products are different, right? And the logo is different, and the theming is different. We have red, we have blue, this kind of stuff. This is the same base code, but for another customer entirely. And depending on how your data model is working, you will have different kind of. I mean, you can do anything you want with this kind of things, yeah. But it's very interesting to have such ability built in. I believe most people won't need these kind of things, so you can just ignore it. And it's much simpler when you don't have this, because this is a multi-tenant approach, and it makes things more complicated. But it is necessary for some businesses like ours. So that's why it's a built-in. I'm gonna leave this and this, and you also have some API here that are basically AWS Lambda running behind. AWS Lambda Node.js 12. This is also managed by Next.js, and it's powered by Zaid. So, what else? So we have made some analytics, right? We have seen some of localize initialization. So we have different, versions. We have production that is used in production, and we have latest that is used on both development and all staging deployment. So if I change something here, it wouldn't affect this website because it's not the same version. It would affect the preview deployment. This one, for instance. Oh, we are on staging. My bad. So it would affect this one, but it wouldn't affect the production one. So let's talk about page views. We have sent a few events to our app, right? And with Amplitude, this is a very simple thing, graph that you can build. Like you want to know per customer what pages are being used, and you can group by. So this is group by customer ref, group by page name. Don't have to group by page name, and here you have just stats with per customer and not per page per customer. There is a lot of possibility here. I'm not going to dive in. It's just a showcase. And then we have Sentry. We have Sentry for the monitoring part of the application. So Sentry helps us figuring out what happens when things go wrong and let us know when things go wrong. It is very simple to link it to Slack. So for our real app, we get all notification, all errors right into our Slack channel. And well, you have a lot of information here, but basically which user ID, which URL, what level of the warning, what release, from where, so it was server-side sent, it was based on the customer one, which time, and here you have lots of other things such as user session, and lots of things, including the tag trace. So this was sent from my local environment. That's why there is no source maps. But on production environment, there are source maps to help debug. Well, that's it for the demo, for the introduction demo at least. Let me know what you think about it. I hope it helps understand how it works. The next video is going to be about more technical, what happens for the developer on the local computer, how it works and such. Thank you for watching.